The story goes, hours before a scheduled announcement about tariffs on imported steel and aluminum, Tesla CEO, who just put a roadster in space, Elon Musk posted a series of tweets directed at President Trump for asking for equal and fair rules for cars when it comes to the U.S. and China. Trump later read the tweets from a printed piece of paper during the televised announcement. Musk spoke out against two things that he says have made things very difficult for Tesla. First, he explained to the president how the U.S. places a 2.5%, that's 2.5% tariff on cars imported to the United States from China, while China, in turn, places a 25%, that's 25% tariff on U.S. imports. Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. Filling in for Alex as he is on the road, I am Owen Shroyer. We've got a lot of news to cover yet, as well as some other video clips that we're going to get to. Now, there was something... I'm not really sure exactly what Elon Musk's relationship is to President Trump, but I do believe there is something there. I do believe that the two gentlemen know each other and perhaps even think fondly of one another, because President Trump mentioned Elon Musk before and bragged about his rocket, and also read his tweets at one point in time. And Elon Musk, who, I mean, many would consider probably a liberal, honestly, but again, the left has gone so far to the left now, the average just fair-minded liberal is now more like a centrist libertarian and kind of falls on the Trump side just because they have the ability to reason and think critically and be honest about what they're seeing. So the left is kind of destroying itself, and any fair-minded liberals that were on the left are now becoming more centrist and even just coming to the right because the left is so far. I mean, they've pushed the Overton window so far that now just a fair-minded liberal, it can no longer even consider themselves a liberal because it's become so toxic. But I wanted to highlight what Elon Musk tweeted the other day, because for people that don't understand this, he just puts it so simply. So I'm going to read from this story from The Verge. Hours before, the headline is, Elon Musk tweeted at the president to push China on car tariffs, and Trump read the tweets on TV. The story goes, hours before a scheduled announcement about tariffs on imported steel and aluminum, Tesla CEO, who just put a roadster in space, Elon Musk posted a series of tweets directed at President Trump for asking for equal and fair rules for cars when it comes to the U.S. and China. Trump later read the tweets from a printed piece of paper during the televised announcement. Musk spoke out against two things that he says have made things very difficult for Tesla. First, he explained to the president how the U.S. places a 2.5%, that's 2.5% tariff on cars imported to the United States from China, while China, in turn, places a 25%, that's 25% tariff on U.S. imports. Now, folks, you have to pass first-grade math to understand that concept. As long as you have passed first-grade math, you should be able to understand that concept. So people like Kamala Harris, you know, we're kind of on the fence on, and then Nancy Pelosi, we're going to have a video of her later. Wow. I mean, serious issues going on there. But that's, I mean, how can you not just look at that and say it's not fair? And this is what President Trump campaigned on. This is a message that he continues to hammer home. What else do you need to know? 2.5% for China to import goods here, 25% for us to import goods to China. Trump wants to make that an even playing field. And then what does the mainstream media say? What does CNN say? What does MSNBC say? Well, this is just a distraction from Hope Hicks' resignation and comments. Oh, okay, so if somebody resigns from the White House and then Trump makes America great again, boy, I guess more people would start resigning. And we're putting together a video. We've been taking calls. We took a bunch of them yesterday. I've taken more of them on the War Room. I think Dew and the crew took some on the War Room yesterday. We get calls from people that work in the steel industry, working in middle America. Like, during the Obama years, I ended up getting laid off. There was no work. Now, there's so much work, I can't even stop working. We have to hire new people. And you've got all the numbers. I mean, where's my stack of jobs numbers today? Okay, let's just go down the list here. Black unemployment falls to second lowest level on record in February. Same thing with Hispanic unemployment. Yeah, so that's the racist President Trump, who's done more for minorities than Barack Obama ever did and ever could imagine doing because he doesn't own a magic wand. Payrolls increased by 313,000 in February versus 200,000 estimated. So non-farm payrolls rose by 313,000 in February, while the unemployment rate remained at 4.1%, the lowest since December 2000. So earnings are up 2.6% according to that report. 155,215,000 record number of Americans employed. Again, these are record numbers of unemployment, record numbers of employment. Jobs are still being created. Manufacturing jobs up 31,000 in February, 263,000, 263,000 since Trump took office. And that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. This is not going to stop. He just put the tariffs out there. A lot of these manufacturing companies are just building their plants. They haven't even started hiring people yet. So now let's go back to Elon Musk's tweet. He says, I am against import duties in general, but the current rules make things very difficult. It's like competing in an Olympic race wearing lead shoes. Just want a fair outcome, ideally where tariffs/rules are equally moderate. Nothing more. Hope this does not seem unreasonable. Well, the problem is that does seem unreasonable to the left for a variety of reasons, but to just make it simple, because they are suffering from a mental disorder called liberalism, called Stockholm syndrome, called condition bias. It's just, I mean, it's all there. It's all psychological. It's all brought about by the media, the fake news, the movies, the Stephen Colberts, the Clintons, the Obamas. They did this. They brainwashed the public. They forced this mental illness, this Stockholm syndrome, this disease of liberalism on the public, pretending like it's successful, pretending like it's fair, pretending like it gives you prosperity. It's done none of that. 0 cases in world history. So Musk just tweets out, pretty much putting it to you as simply as it could be. We pay 25%, China pays 2.5%, a 10-fold increase. That's 10 times. That's not even close to being fair. And then says the simple analogy right off the heels of the Olympics, that's like an Olympic sprinter wearing lead shoes while the rest of the sprinters are wearing Nike shoes. Who do you think is going to win that race? The U.S. is going to lose every time. And the U.S. has been losing, but not anymore, thanks to President Trump and making fair trade deals. And he's still just beginning. And then he has to say, I hope this doesn't seem unreasonable, because that's him kind of signaling out to the average leftist out there that's been totally brainwashed and mind-sucked and soul-sucked, like, hey, look, I know you're going to hate me because it sounds like I'm supporting Trump here, but, you know, just look at the numbers for yourself. Just look at the analogy here. It's very simple. What Trump is doing makes sense. Now, folks, we need your support at InfoWarsStore.com. We are trying to expand this broadcast and everything that we do here at InfoWars to the next level, and it's all possible with your support at InfoWarsStore.com. Some of the specials include up to 20 items being 50% off, up to 15 items being 80% off, unprecedented free shipping store-wide, even for the heavy items like emergency food supplies, air filters, water filters, and the like, the body armor. So free shipping store-wide, huge specials. I don't see this lasting past Sunday. I don't see how this deal can last past Sunday. It's been on for 2 weeks now. For 2 weeks, this special has been out there. So take advantage. Some of the top products, 50% off Super Male Vitality, 50% off the Real Red Pill. It's all at InfoWarsStore.com. Check out the T-shirts. Check out the toothpaste, all the other household items. You make it possible for InfoWars to expand, and you are making it possible, and that's what we're going to do. So continue to support the InfoWar at InfoWarsStore.com. We'll be right back.